Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith, and today we're going to do fried frog's legs. Now, when I did the French style frog legs in butter and garlic, I did say I would eventually do the fried frog legs. I'm finally going to do them. So this is a southern dish, and it contains a lot of spicy ingredients, but you can tone it down if you're not into that spicy, which is what I'm going to do. So we have some Cajun Spice, which I do make myself, so it's not as hot as you can get it when you buy it. Tabasco, Worcestershire Sauce, salt and pepper to taste. And 90% of the recipes contain cornmeal. So, got cornmeal. Some contain cracker crumbs, which I am not going to do. I'm going to do cornmeal and flour and milk to make the batter. First thing we need to do is separate our frog legs and mix them with some spices and then put them in the fridge to marinate. So I'll be right back and we can get started on that. Okay, as I recommend with most meats, give your frog legs a bit of a rinse in cold water and pat them dry with paper towel. And the cat thinks he's going to get some. So now we want to separate them. We're going to do one leg at a time. So we're just going to go right down the middle with a sharp knife and put them in a bowl. Some people will soak their frog legs in buttermilk first. I'm not real fond of buttermilk, so not doing that. So there we go. I didn't even count how many frog legs I have. Give me a second here. So it looks like 6 whole bits of frog. So 12 legs. So I'm going to season these. And there is no set amount of seasoning. You want to do it to taste. So a little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And this is all dependent on what you like. And we are going to season it further later, so don't worry if it's a little under-seasoned to start with. And then we have the Cajun Spice, and I'm only going to go for about a teaspoon to start with. I'll give that a good mix. Make sure everybody gets coated in the seasonings. Then we're going to add some Worcestershire sauce, maybe half a teaspoon, and some hot sauce of your choice. I have Tabasco, and just a few squirts. And again, mix it through. Oh yeah, I can really smell the Tabasco. Okay. So just cover and put in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. But not much longer than a couple of hours. Okay, now that we've got our frog legs marinating, we're going to make a dipping sauce. And none of these measurements are essential. This is all up to you. So I've got about a 1/4 cup, maybe a 1/3 of mayonnaise. And we're going to do, if I can get it to come out, this way. About 3 tablespoons of ketchup. We're going to do garlic powder to taste. So I like garlic. I'm going to go with about a teaspoon, maybe a little less. Cajun spice, again, to taste. So we'll start with about 1/2 teaspoon. Let's get that all mixed up. And we're going to want some lemon juice. So mix this first. It's about 1/2 a very, very large lemon. Okay, let's have a little taste. It's good. It's kind of sweet, even though I didn't add any sugar. The sweet would be from the ketchup. So we want some sriracha. And a couple tablespoons or so, depending on how spicy you like things again. It's going to be a lovely color. Okay, let's try that. Yep. And it's got, it's got some fire to it. So there's a little more lemon juice in there. Try to catch any more pits. Well, I think I got them all out except that one. Okay. Oh, that looks like a nice dipping sauce. Let's give it another taste here. I think it's more garlic. Okay, that is lovely. Now we just need to find a pretty bowl to put it in. So now we have to get ready to bread our frog legs. We are going to take, I'll move that bowl, a 1/2 cup of the flour, or thereabouts, and put it in a bowl and set that aside. We take the egg and just break it into a bowl. And we're going to pour in about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of milk, maybe 1/3 of a cup. And I am cutting this recipe down from something that's supposed to make about 2 dozen frog legs, and I only have a dozen. So we don't need a whole lot. That should be good. But that should be plenty. Now in the 3rd bowl, the one that was there when I started, we are going to put the rest of the flour, which is about a cup. Some Cajun seasoning, about a 1/2 tablespoon. And we're going to go with about a 1/3 cup of cornmeal. We'll whisk it all together. And believe me, for the few frog legs I'm doing, this is way more than enough. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have a pot or deep fryer. In my case, I'm going to use the wok because it's easier for you to see, with some neutral oil, safflower oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, whatever you prefer. We're going to heat it to 375. But we have to dredge our frog legs first. Oops, not what I want to do. So we are just going to give that a bit of a whisk. And in your flour and cornmeal mixture, don't forget to add some salt. If you don't like it salty, don't add much, but definitely get some in there. So the first step with our coating of our frog legs, of course you take them out of the fridge, and our bowl with the plain flour, you want to dredge your frog leg in it. And we're going to put them on a wire rack. Just have a wire rack sitting over a pan. And we're going to let them rest while our oil heats up. And you do want it heated to 375. Because frog legs are not very large, not very meaty, so it won't take them much to cook through. Not like a big chicken leg. And this recipe is from, as I said, the South, which I just assume everyone understands is the southern United States. Specifically from Louisiana. For some reason, they really like frog legs. Although I know many, many Asians do as well. I've never tried Asian-styled frog legs. Maybe we'll give that a go one day. We just have to wait for our pan of oil to heat up, but you do want the frog legs to rest for at least 5 minutes, just so that flour sets and the rest of the coating can stick better. So when your oil has reached 375, it is time to bread your legs. And we want to put them in the egg. This is the classic dry and wet. One thing dry, one thing wet. Otherwise you end up with big globs. Come here, you. And you don't want to overcrowd your pan. So, depending on the size of your pan or deep fryer or whatever you're using, be conservative, because it do only take like a total of probably 10 to 11 minutes. I'm well coated. I think I'm going to do about 6 at a time. I think I can manage that. So, put it away. And definitely smelling the Cajun spice, which is actually quite nice. And the cornmeal, you can smell that. Just make sure they get them all mixed in there, and then we're going to pop them into the hot oil. Okay, so my oil did get a little bit too hot, so I had to give it a minute to cool down. It will cool down when you pop your legs in, but probably not enough. So, don't overcrowd the pan. Oops. Okay, go away. Looks like I'll get 4 in at a time. That's okay. When they're beautiful and crunchy on the first side, turn them over. Give them another 3 to 4 minutes. And if they start to brown too much, definitely give them another turn. Don't worry about that. So, southern fried frog legs. My first time. Let's have a go. Everyone says they're so much like chicken wings. Little bones like chicken wings. Tender and spicy. They're very, very soft, but that's probably just the nature of frog legs. I needed to do some coleslaw with them just to cut through the spicy. Let me try. I think these ones cooked longer. Actually, very soft and really yummy. I am starting to understand why everyone says frog legs are lovely. I mean, I've only ever had the French version before, where they're fried in butter and garlic. But I think I like these even more than chicken wings. Oh my. So good. Spicy, and admittedly I'm not huge on spicy, so you can add way more seasoning if you want. That's why I have the coleslaw to cool it down for me. Oh, thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you ideas. Please give it a like if you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing. And I'll see you again soon with a new video. Thank you so much for watching.